Well, here it is. I did try to commit suicide. March 28th. This year, 2016. I'm recording this on December 12th. Mustered up the courage to try it one more time. I tried to shoot myself with a 410 shotgun right in that spot. Right in that spot behind that side of the door in that corner, at that front corner, sitting on a container with a gun in my face. The only really way to explain it is like a lot of things had happened over the years, and bullshit happened over the years, and that night, or that early morning, 3:30 in the morning, I said, fuck it, I'll just end it all. I lost my mind. And when I snapped back in reality, I looked at myself and said, what the fuck am I doing? No, confessing this shit it's not even funny. It's weird. It's embarrassing. It adds guilt to that. And look, don't do it. If you try it and you go all the way through, you can still wake up in the next day, or wake up afterwards, or if you attempt it and don't go through with the effort, either experience is soul crushing. It's not fun. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, so I'm not going to get upset. I'm just going to face it. The reason, and if you either way, anything decent that happens in your life is just another reason for this a minor sense of perpetual guilt that'll always be in the back of your mind every time you wake up in the fucking morning. You can make all kind of justifications like how bad things are in your life or how bad things are for you that other people don't think or don't see or don't even believe. Yeah, you can justify them, but let me ask you one question. I know my answer from this experience. And hearing the cheers on that karaoke bar that night at Bomber Sports Bar, when I sang Won't Stay With Me, or actually all those songs I did. When I was there when my oldest cat Possum died, right before my birthday, on the same anniversary as my dad's death anniversary, or later after some other shit happened a week or two after my birthday, first part of September. After that, a month or two ago actually. Is it really worth giving up that chance of something better, waiting for seeing if something better is going to start happening? Is it really worth that? after what happened to me and my experience, my answer was no. Think on that. Any of those of you who have attempted suicide and have nobody to confide in, I'll try to make an email. And I'll reply when I'll let you know when you comment to it and say, hey, when did you got that email ready? It's all you got to say or something like that. I'm sending it to you privately. You tell them to message me through it privately, and if you share it with anyone, make sure it's private, so it's between me and you, or me and your friend, or me and your relative and I. You know what I'm saying? You and I, your relative and I, or your friend and I, in private, one-on-one thing. It's got to be secretive. If you share it, it's only with one other person. You don't go around spreading this. This is not a public email that I'm about to create. Okay? It's not. It's private. Something for you if you need to confide in me or something. I'm a stranger to look out to. I'm like the Whisper app. There's 3 people made me laugh, and one of the three YouTubers that made me laugh my ass off when I needed it after that happened. Anyways, after I realized what happened, I started squalling, and I contacted my friend Elliot the Fox and Pyro Doggy, and by that time they broke up. They didn't know until after that when it happened. About 4 or 5 nights later, 3 to 5 nights later, I believe it was the very first few nights in April or whatever. So good. It was about a week. I don't know. It's not long after. It was the early first part of April. That night, reunited with Dakota and Smeagol 12 and Thresh Metal. After being split off from 2 years from them for 2 years after a thing that happened to make me want to leave. And I went and soul searched and told them about it. I told a few other friends on my friends list on my Steam and all that, and I didn't go past that. I didn't intend to. Until some shit happened, and some bullshit happened about some part of September, and that's when I confessed to some of my relatives when that happened, that I tried to do it, that I tried to commit suicide. It dawned on them if I was serious. Been happy. I ain't been happy. That night at that sports bar that night was probably the happiest I've been in a long fucking time. Probably 2 years. Actually, more than that. The second happiest I was when my first girl took interest in me and took a chance. But she broke up with me after I said I can't take any more crazy shit, and yeah, I still remember her. It's one of those 2 happiest times for me in a long fucking time. Or their second happiest when I stumble upon research breakthroughs for myself. But overall, it's moments like that bring a little temporary sense of happiness, or when I saved him from dying twice. Saved his little pompous ass from dying twice. As a kitten. Both times as a kitten. Hey, little rotten. Well, I wouldn't have been there to experience that. I wouldn't have been there to experience that. I wouldn't have been there to experience some of my final breakthroughs in the patent applications. It dawned on me when that after my oldest cat died, and I realized I wouldn't have been there for her, and then it dawned on me, and I started writing down my patent applications to the very beginnings of them. A lot of things I wouldn't be here for if I didn't take that chance and I ended myself. I live with that regret every day. Suicide hotline, and eventually I'll put the email in the description. I'll eventually put a private email when I get the nerve to build the nerve up to do it. And yeah, take care, everybody. Like I said, life's a twat, but don't fucking throw it away. The attempt alone is soul crushing. This gives you a sense of perpetual guilt every time something good happens on your way. And, if you try to vent to most 90% of the people you try to vent to, they might say, you just get over it. Dwelling. It's not dwelling. If you obsess over it, that's dwelling. But if it pops up in the mind every morning and you try not to think about it, that's a different story. A lot of people are disconnected. They say they're loving. They try to claim to be loving, but are really disconnected or don't know how to empathize that well, and that makes it even worse. Or if you're born with high-functioning Asperger's like I am, and that makes the emotional stimuli in our brain part of the aspect of it makes it amplifies negative experiences or positive experiences that much more. Psychological double binds and all kind of things. You could look up by Gregory Bateson and Freudian projection, scapegoating, mobbing, and concepts that are a few concepts in psychology, that are actually worth a shit. You can actually look into them and look up guys like Elliot Hulse, Richard Grannon, the Spartan Life Coach, and a few other people. I can link the names of these people in the channel below, and so on and so forth. And you can learn from shit like that. Hopefully you learn from them like I did. Come to an understanding, But yeah. Take care, everybody. See you around. Think of that question. Yeah, you can find reasons to not want to live anymore, but do you really want to take that chance? Do you really want to attempt to not take that chance of seeing something better happen along the way? What do you think on that?